That's a great question. But let's just ask first, what exactly is the new creation? Well, in very short, it's the physical reality that is the completion of the whole Christian story. Being a Christian is not something to just improve our earthly lives a wee bit, but it means we'll be part of a full and complete eternal existence with the Lord, part of a new humanity in a new world, a new creation. In the book of the Revelation, John writes, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. And he who was seated on the throne said, 'Behold, I am making all things new.'" Well, very good, we might say. But for many of us who have devoted our earthly lives to the craft of music making, we might rightly be wondering, if this is going to be my permanent home, then will music be there as well? Now, although we can't answer that for sure, after all, the new creation doesn't exist yet and none of us have seen it. Based on what we do know, the answer has to be, of course. How on earth could music possibly not be there? The new creation won't be a reducing of things as they are. And remember that all of creation in the first place was God's good creation. For by him all things were created. All things were created through him and for him, as Colossians tells us. Therefore, the new creation is not a reduction of things. It's not an editing down process. It's a perfecting of all things. Every element of creation today will be made into its best possible version. It can't possibly be less than what we know now. Okay, very good, we might say. If music must be present in the new creation, then what music will be present in the new creation? Will it be the best music? Will music have some sort of quality control screening process, where that which meets a certain standard will be allowed in, and that which doesn't measure up won't be? Well, the trouble with that kind of perspective on it is that we're making the new creation a this or that kind of place, when we know that all creation was made good, and crucially, all things will be made new. And music, taste in music is subjective. It's variable. It changes, it comes and goes. It's actually as various as human beings are. Therefore, it's not really up to us what realms of sound are worthy of inclusion or not. It would be a funny thing if the bits we don't happen to like are all of a sudden not included in that word all. No. Every time a human being has, in sound, done something innovative or original or creative or authentic or true or beautiful, they have in fact unearthed some piece of treasure in God's creation. All realms of sound, after all, sit inside God's world. But most fundamentally, the crucial redeeming that will happen in the new creation is the redemption of our hearts. In this life, we really struggle to experience music without our egos getting in the way. But can you imagine a reality where music is practiced and enjoyed, and it has no bearing on your sense of self, or your value, or your contentment, or your regard by others? Can you imagine a reality where music is practiced primarily for the benefit of those other than oneself, and where all those things that today music is used to try and satisfy, well, they're already satisfied? I don't think there can be any purer existence of music. And that, friends, that is something akin to what music will be like in the new creation. And as we ponder this slightly over the horizon topic, I leave you with some very wise words by C.S. Lewis. Guesses, of course, only guesses. If they are not true, something better will be. For we know that we shall be made like him, for we shall see him as he is.